Or today I'm going to show you how to work with gold leaf and silver leaf. And I'm going to give you a bunch of ideas of different things that you can do with it in your art, from fine art to furniture to fun art. When you buy gold leaf, it'll come in like a little booklet of sheets of it. And the sheets are separated by like wax paper, but it's really, really thin and it blows away really easy in the wind. So there's a few tricks to working with it. So I want to show you some examples of how I've used it in my artwork. This is a piece that I did for my brother when he was ill. And I did it with a palette knife and some texture paste in the acrylic paint. Gold leaf, it just brought life to it, and it just made it look different and funky and not just glamorous, but also made it look kind of natural. It looks like maybe gold from a gold mine or something. It just has a different look, and it creates a really different effect on the painting and on the feel of the painting. So this one is a really fun piece I did. It's on a canvas that's kind of thick, and it was a t-shirt that Keith had bought me that said, "I have nothing to wear." Funny, right? Love it. But I'm not that big on wearing graphic tees or tees with words on it, but I loved it. So I glued it to canvas, and then I put the gold leaf on it, which just made it pop and just brought the whole image to another level. Here's a t-shirt that I had. It had the Beatles on it, right? And I just cut the shirt, and then I put some silver leaf all around it, just with some spray glue. And now I have a canvas that it'll fit on, 11 by 14 canvas. Again, I could just printed a picture of them from the computer and put it on here, but the t-shirt gives it all this texture and this funky black look, and it's really cool. So I'm gonna spray this canvas with my 3M glue. And it's really messy, so I always wear gloves and old clothes. So here it is. I picked up something else. Just gonna lay it right on here. I wanna make sure the Beatles word gets on there. I want to make sure their faces look good, but other than that, it doesn't have to be perfect. How gold leaf looks. I sort of like the gold leaf on top of the silver leaf. I think it looks kind of cool. So the gold leaf has a special glue that you're supposed to use. It's called Speedball Metal Leaf Adhesive by Mona Lisa. And you just put it down onto the canvas, and then you let it sit for it to get tacky. So it's been 30 minutes, so my glue's dry. So I put it down here. I want to be careful not to get the Beatles messed up. It's so much easier to work with when you have the parchment. It's really hard to create something and have the microphone and the cord and the camera and trying to show you. Hopefully you can learn something from me here today. I think I might put some silver in between there. wipe off the excess. See how much better it lays on the proper glue. It's just really soft texture. I'm liking it. I'm liking it a lot. Don't know if I should cut these edges or glue them. I think the path of least resistance would be to glue, so I will spray. And I'll pull that around and see if any of this silver wants to stick on it. This side, I do feel like finishing the edges though. So I think I'll use the glue, the good glue for it. Shake it up. Put it on and then wait again for 30 minutes. Beetles are done. I think that's such a cool piece. Funky, different, fun, great for a Beatles fan or just anybody who likes rock and roll or who likes really cool artwork. So a dear friend of mine gave me this shirt. It's a Jersey, Nebraska, for Christmas this year. It was my shirt. I had left it there. And he gave it to me 25 years later as a Christmas present. So I'm never gonna wear this shirt, okay? I used to go to the Nebraska games with him, but I'm never gonna wear this shirt. So what do? Just shove it in the drawer. And I thought, no, I'll make a piece of art with it. And I'll probably give the art to him. So I'm gonna cut this out, fabric shears, because this is thick. So I have this piece. Just saw it, we've got this little corn huskers end right here. When Aaron Brothers went out of business, they had a big sale and I bought all of their canvases. I think this is like $1.50, but it's got like a wood frame around it and it's long. This Nebraska sign is horizontal, so I think it might be good like this. That in the middle. See how a little bit of gold looks around it. This is a classic example of how you think your piece is going to go one way, but the muse has a whole nother idea. So at this point, I put some gold on it, and I really like it. I think it looks really cool. I thought I was going to go with the stripes from the wristband and the neckline, but I think the gold is a better contrast to it. So I'm going to keep laying some gold sheets here. I'm using this 3M glue to do it. This I want to be rough and textured and not smooth and perfect. So I'm just going to keep working with the 3M glue. See how difficult it is to work with? And it starts bunching up, but it's all a part of the process. And I'm thinking of Richard while I'm doing this, trying to think of what I think he would like. You just have to be curious. I always say, I'm curious what would happen if. As long as I stay curious in my abstract experience, I find that I don't let my brain get in my way too much. Richard is a fine art connoisseur. He's the one that got me into the art business. And then from there, I started painting. We owned an art gallery together for 15 years, Fine Art Gallery, and he taught me everything I know about fine art. So we'll see what he thinks of my crazy abstract piece. Okay, sometimes it helps to use something besides your hands. Gotta keep the Nebraska showing. They're all happy accidents though. Sometimes it's nice to have a brush handy to brush it off. Yeah. So I'm gonna set this down and take a break. On these spots that are open. And now I'm just feeling like squirting a little bit of this fabric paint on here just to make it a little bit more masculine. Just to kind of get some of that color in there, rough it up a bit. This is a metallic black. I don't know, I'm liking it. I'm gonna walk away from it for a minute. Get some distance from it. The Nebraska piece, pretty much done. Might put my name on it, might squirt a couple more squirts on it. Keith had bought me a beautiful Venetian mirror with just all silver with all the curves, and it was gorgeous, so I decided to do my whole vanity around that. So I wanted this vanity table to be silver and go with it. But again, I didn't want to spray it silver because then it would be like flat and I don't know, just not as special. This is the mirror that Keith got me. And this is the table now that it's done with the silver leaf. But before it was the silver leaf, it looked like this. And before that, it looked like this. So now I'm gonna show you how to do the silver leaf because I put my makeup on this table, and even though it has a piece of glass that I put over it, it still gets thrashed. I didn't put the little plastic things under the glass, so it pulled up some of it. And then just right here is just from me putting on my makeup, and then over here from all my implements banging it. And I got a big scratch here. I have no idea how that happened. So it's a good time for me to show you how to gold leaf a table. as I repair this one. I'm going to take this Mona Lisa speedball glue and brush it on. If you're doing the whole table, of course the whole table. If not, just brush it on the spots where you're repairing, which is what I'm doing. And then you wait 30 minutes for it to set up. And then it goes from like a milky to a tacky feeling. And then you can put your silver leaf over it. I always wear gloves because stuff gets everywhere. So the silver leaf looks like this. It's like little blow away stuff. And it comes in a booklet of it. It's separated by parchment. So all the spots where I had put the glue, I'm gonna go ahead and lay this down. And I'll use this brush at the end to brush off any extra. So this is how it comes out. Piece of the silver lying between like a piece of parchment. And you take the one piece of parchment off. So you're revealing the silver piece. And you lay the silver on top. And you see how it sticks to the glue. I'll be able to zoom that in. And the parchment helps because if you use your fingers, it sticks to your fingers and it just turns into a big mess. So here I am with another piece. I'm going to take this parchment off and I'll lay this piece over here. And then I can use the parchment to move it around to get it to stick. And it'll only stick where I put that glue. Oh, with another piece. Again, you could spray this table silver, but it doesn't have the same look. It doesn't have as much dimension. It doesn't have as much movement. It's just not anywhere nearly as pretty. I had to turn most of my lights off so I can't really see where the glue is and where it's not. So now it's all on there. And now I just take my brush and I brush it off. You don't have to sand it or anything. You just take a soft brush and brush it off. And all the excess will come off. It makes a big mess, but now for the cleanup crew. Thank you for taking this journey with me of gold and silver leaf. You learned how to put it in fine art and how to make some really unique art and how to cover some furniture. So I hope you learned something and that you enjoyed the tutorial. Thanks for watching.